We mentioned at the beginning about the water damage in any building. Now this is a typical example. This downpipe was blocked down the bottom there, and all the water was going under the footings. Now these footings are made out of sandstone, and while the whole house is just on a sandstone bed, this particular corner was on clay. And what happened? All the water, of course, just took all the clay out of underneath the foundations, and now we have a big problem. We fixed the problem with the water damage and the downpipe, but look at all the cracks. The whole front of the house just gone by mud. That much, if you put all these cracks together, at the top especially, you can see how the whole house is leaning forward, and that's because of water. Now, okay, we talked about the boom in the scenic property, but unfortunately we have some pitfalls and some problems, and we're going to have a look at that now. Now look at that particular building. Could you believe that this building was 5 years old and they had to evacuate all the people from there so they can fix water leakage problems? Yes, 5 years old. And you know why? Because of waterproofing, because they didn't do the waterproofing properly. And this is what I'm saying, is that sometimes we skimp on quality, we get some imported products that are inferior quality, and then especially on waterproofing, the most important part of any building for me is waterproofing, because if something goes wrong, you have to demolish the whole thing and you have to start from scratch. Can you imagine? You're buying this beautiful apartment and suddenly you're faced with a huge bill to demolish everything and rebuild it. 5 years later? It's not right. Now look at these buildings here. All this is happening because the developers and the builders are trying to cut corners so they can make more money. It's all because of profit. But at the end, you that you're buying these properties are paying the price. So you either have to buy some quality stuff from a well-known builder and developer, or make sure that things like the waterproofing are done properly. Now, we're gonna go and get some expert advice on waterproofing from a company that is based in Sydney, a made in Australia product, and it's called Envirosystems. Let's go and have a look. What is Envirosystems?
Envirosystems Technologies produces a number of materials for the construction industry. Originally starting out in waterproofing, we've since expanded into a variety of different products that cover the whole scope of a building project, including flooring, sealants, coatings, remedial works, as well as adhesives. So the full range of materials applicable to any number of the stages of a construction project, including bathrooms, residential and commercial towers, remedial works for existing buildings and structures, as well as residential and DIY projects, including gardens, exterior rooftops, balconies, bathrooms. So the range is quite big.
What do you do exactly?
Envirosystems Technologies prides itself on being completely and wholly Australian made and owned. We were founded just over 10 years ago as Waterproofing Technologies and have since expanded to be Envirosystems Technologies, based off our mantra, which is environmentally friendly technology. Our products are designed for the Australian environment and the harsh Australian climate for exterior and interior applications.
You still operate from here, from Australia, but how do you manage to be competitive?
A lot of other competitive products have moved their production to areas in Southeast Asia, as well as Central Asia, to reduce costs and to save money. Envirosystems has kept all our production domestically, which is extremely important to ensure that the quality of our products is maintained at a high standard. We are the only company left producing our products in Australia.
Tell me, how important is waterproofing?
Waterproofing, like many of the other facets that we're involved in, is an extremely important stage of the production of a building. With waterproofing, there are two different types of areas in a building. There's a critical and a non-critical waterproof area. So in a lot of buildings, any waterproofing area that is over a habitable space is considered to be critical, and therefore it's imperative that the products that you use are designed to outlast the warranty that they've been applied for. I find that a lot of newer construction buildings are offering shorter and shorter warranties. Basically, this is on the basis that they're using cheaper products to endorse their projects, and as a result, you'll find that a lot of the cheaper products only are guaranteed for 5 years at the most. So a standard construction project these days will only offer maybe a 7-year warranty, and then after that, it's the strata's responsibility to take care of any failures from there on.
If you don't do it right, and it 5 years time or 10 years time you have to redo it, what do you have to do? Do you have to demolish the whole thing?
So
Not really.
unfortunately with bathrooms, with something like waterproofing, you can't cut corners. We have a lot of customers come in asking if they can waterproof over an existing bathroom's tiles, which you can't. So you'll find
you have to demolish.
Yeah, you have to pull
everything?
up. Absolutely. So you have to
And
remove.
do it.
Yeah, remove all the existing tile work and then the existing waterproofing and start again.
You have a good quality product that it's made in Australia and it's made for Australian conditions. But how do you know if the tradesmen that they apply the products, they don't cut corners and the quality hasn't been compromised?
We sell wholesale. We also sell directly to retail customers, as well as we operate working with certified applicators as well as contractors. So in a large project such as Barangaroo or a large hospital or a large apartment block where a specified applicator is completing the project, it's important that when using Envirosystems products, we need to do quality assurance checks to make sure that the product's been applied properly. So oftentimes you'll find if a contractor has specified our product, that it would be part of the agreement with that contractor that we would inspect the works to make sure that the product has been applied to the highest quality and to its instructions as per our specifications.
What sort of warranty do you give with your products?
Oftentimes we give a 10-year warranty, no questions asked, and then from there, depending on who the applicator is, as well as the agreement and its application and setting, we could extend that out to 25. We have done 50 before. Something that we also pride ourselves on, our technical team has a combined number of years of experience of 200 years plus. And as a result, we have a very diverse technical team, including chemists, engineers, architects.
You have your own chemists?
Absolutely. So we have a laboratory.
Here in Australia?
Yeah, in St. Peters.
So you have more Australian people working here?
Absolutely. So we have Australian chemists, Australian engineers who work on a daily basis on Q&A as well as R&D. So we are constantly improving and troubleshooting any issues with our products to make sure that the products that we have on the shelves are the latest technology as well as the highest quality. Envirosystems Technologies, one of our key mantras is environmentally responsible technology. Contrary to a lot of our competitors and the construction industry in general, we aim to develop our products so that they offset a lot of the negative environmental impacts of construction. I can actually quote one of our sales operatives when we were tendering for the Fiona Stanley Hospital in Western Australia. He said that our products could be eaten if you wanted to. I can't imagine that it would taste very nice, but
I wouldn't imagine either, yes.
No, but it's true. If you're feeling peckish,
Maybe
by all
some
means.
nice sauce on it.
Yeah, that's it. Bit of tomato sauce, you'll be fine. You know, it's super important, especially people who are DIY and renovating their own bathrooms. If you've got children around or pets, you can use our products in your bathroom and rest assured that you won't be creating an environment that could be harmful to anyone around.
Do you export any of your products?
We have sold our products overseas. We've worked on projects in Singapore as well as over in New Zealand as well.
So finally, tell me, why should people come and buy your product?
If you come into our store, you'll be able to purchase a product that's of high quality as well as receive personal service from someone who's worked on this product in Australia, in Sydney, that would be able to offer you full technical advice and support as well as any troubleshooting questions you may have.
So after extensive underpinning, we managed to save this part of the house. But remember, good waterproofing, it's very important. Make sure you use Australian products, good quality products like our products, and don't skimp on waterproofing. The most important part of your building, if you are on the first floor up, it's waterproofing.